money's a game and games are fun. Business is a game and games are fun. We're going to have some fun today. So we are going to play the game of Kahoot. We already have people in our class right now. So we have sent them over to sign up. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go play this fun game. And we are ready to roll. So as you can see, we have a screen here of students that are ready to go. And we're going to start. Now this game, we're going to ask questions. But guess what? The question, we're going to teach you how to fail fast and then learn from it. I don't care if you fail. All I care about you try. And what I care about is, did you learn from your failure? If you're not failing, you're not pressing the envelope. You're not out there working on stuff. It's okay to do all of that. All right, here we go. We're going to be starting our class right now. And here it comes. Okay, Success and Money Foundation. Here it comes. There's our first question. And again, the goal is to get it right as fast as you can. And if you fail, that's okay. First question, here we go. How much would you have if you put $1 a day in a piggy bank for 66 years? Get your answers in quick. You got 17 seconds. All right. Oh, it's 50-50 shot. And guess what? Half of you got it right. Now, you're not supposed to know the answer. You're supposed to figure out where I can go find the answer. But if you took $1 a day and you put it in a piggy bank for 66 years, it would turn into $24,000. Now, in life, we're going to learn from what we just did and see if we can do it faster. So here comes the same question. Now we've learned something. Let's put it into action. And here's our top scores from around the world. Looks like Juliet and Guy, Jess, and Prim and Annalyn are the top 5. Here's the question again. Get ready, click, click, click. Same thing, $1 a day in a piggy bank. How much will it be in 66 years? Oh, look how fast those answers are coming in. Once we do it the first time, the answers come really fast. Got 10 seconds. Get it in there. As soon as everybody answers, then it will go to the next question. And let's see if we learned anything from the first question. We did. 38 of the 44 got it right. Let's learn from it. $1 a day put in a piggy bank. $1 a day put in your savings account at 0% turns into $24,000. All right. Oh, look at that. We changed the order of some of the peeps. That's awesome. All right. The next question. Now we're going to make it earn 3% a year. So 3% a year. What does it turn into? Okay, 50-50 shot. And that's about what happened. 50% of you got it right. And you're not supposed to know the answer, but you're supposed to figure out, how can I learn from that? So let's see if we get it right on the second one here. Here we go. I'm going to ask the same question again. Did we learn from it? 3% a year, basically a bond or a loan. All right, you learn from that. If you take your money and it grows at 3% a year, it turns into $75,000. Okay, good. All right. Here we go. Next question. Now we're going to put it in long-term stock and it makes a 10% rate of return. How much does it grow into? Okay, there you go. So it actually turns into $2.6 million. Same dollar a day. If you put that into long-term stock that makes 10% a year, it turns into $2.6 million. Let's see if we learn from it. All right, nice job. The vast majority have got it right. If you take your money, same dollar a day, and we get a 10% rate of return, it turns into $2.6 million. And here's our top scores so far. Now, what's amazing is that it's going to grow because this next question is if you take that same dollar a day, but this time you charge it on a credit card and you have to pay 21% interest, what does it grow to be as an expense? Okay, look at that. It's $1.6 billion. $1.6 billion. That's an amazing big number. Let's see if you learn from it. All right, vast majority, you got it right. It turns into $1.6 billion. Now, what's amazing is that if you do have a credit card and they charge you 21% interest because you didn't pay the bill, they took the money out of your savings account or your checking account and reloaned it right back to you on your credit card at 21%. That's a problem here. Okay, now the next question is if we take $10,000, this could be 10,000 yuan, it could be 10,000 pesos, $10,000, whatever you want it to be, and we're going to make the minimum payment on your credit card, you're going to have to pay a lot of money in interest. $10,000 in debt, paying $183 the minimum. How much are you going to pay in interest? Okay, the correct answer is $22,000. If you had $10,000 in debt and you make the minimum payment, it's going to take you 20, 25 years to get out of debt, and you'll pay $22,000 in interest. Let's see if we learn from it. Oh, we got some new leaders here. All right. All right, you're learning, guys. You're learning if you make the minimum payment, which is what the bank wants you to do because they make money off of you. You're just like a cash register to them. Okay. That's not what we want to do. You're going to pay 22 grand. Now, if we do one simple thing, if we increase that payment from the minimum to a little bit higher, we're going to save a lot of money in interest. How much do we save? Okay, the correct answer on this is 19,000 of the 22,000 you pay. You're going to save 19,000 of it. The first thing is don't get into debt to begin with. Don't even get there. Use cash, use a debit card. Don't get into credit card debt. Oh, Schwab was in first place and he got pushed down a little bit. Dude, here we come. Let's see if you learned from it. Here we go. We're going to increase the payment from 183 to 395. Everybody's learning. Look how fast you're getting the answers in once you do it the first time. Okay, you got it right. So you're going to save a bundle. Again, the answer is don't get into debt to begin with. There's good debt and there's bad debt. There's debt that makes you money and then there's debt that costs you money. Well, let's don't get into the stuff that costs you a lot of money. Okay, here we go. The next one looks like we've got some new leaders here. Here's the next question. What's the Dow? You heard every day on the radio or the news. What's the Dow? Okay, it looks like about 50-50. The Dow is actually 30 companies from different industries. There's a computer company, a software company, a auto dealer, auto manufacturer, computer manufacturer, 30 different industries, which is kind of a benchmark, but it doesn't really tell us what we want to know. What we want to know is that what's the answer, what's coming up in the next question. Here we go. Okay, Schwab making a comeback. There he goes. He's done this before, haven't you, Schwa? Yeah. All right. What's the Dow? Get your answers in quick. All right. It's 30 different companies. Now that's nice to know. And you hear it, the news that the Dow went up 150 points, it went down 250 points and stuff like that. That's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. If they said it went up a half a percent, went down a half a percent, that would be important. But they say numbers because they want you to watch. And all you do is get confused by it because they want your eyeballs and they want you to buy stuff from them. So they're selling advertising. So that's why they do it the way they do it. This is the one we really want to watch. Is we want to watch the this next one. Here's the question. What's the S&P stock index? It's a group of something. Group of companies. How many companies? Okay, it's the 500 biggest companies that are American companies, and they're all over the world. Okay, they're all over the world. They're these massive companies. So I don't want you investing with your neighbor who's got some rich, quick scheme, junk like that. We invest in companies that are the biggest companies that are worldwide. Okay, that's what we're looking for. And so the S&P 500 is the 500 biggest companies that are worldwide. And when you invest, you can own a little bit of all 500 of those companies. Let's see if we learned. Here we go. All right, you got that right. This is the one that we want to watch because it's the 500 biggest companies that are worldwide. That's the index that we want to watch. Now, here comes our next question. Does it make more money than if you hired somebody to manage your money for you? Remember, there's fees involved. Does it make more money than if you hire a professional? On average, it's true. It's true. So for most of you, you should just put it in the S&P 500 and not hire a professional manager for you. Now you can, as you have 100% of your money, take some of it and pick and choose, take some of it and you can manage it by a manager if you want, but a big chunk of it as you're getting started, I suggest that you just put it in the S&P 500 or the next question that we're going to ask here. Okay, Schwa's still going there. Somebody go tackle Schwa so he can't answer so fast. Schwa, turn your head, turn your chair around, do something. He's seen these questions before, haven't you, Schwa? Okay, get your answers in. All right, y'all got it right. This is the one we're going to watch is the S&P 500. Now, in addition to that is the next question, which is about Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, which is one of the other companies. And the reason I like this one so much is that it's a stock and there's no money under management. They're not going to charge you a yearly fee to be able to be part of it. And let's see, does it do better over time than the S&P? Over a long period of time, it does. So a short time, it doesn't. Oh, I can't believe I told you the answer. Okay, looks like most of you got that correct. Yes, because of the fees. You see, when you invest in the when you hire a manager, a mutual fund, it can cost you anywhere from 1% to 2%. So for every $100 you have invested, they're going to take 1 to 2 of that just to manage it. But if your stock's going up 6%, you're still making money. The S&P 500, it's a lot less than that. They are not making decisions on what ones to buy and which ones to sell. They just know the 500 biggest ones are the ones that they put into that index. And then Berkshire Hathaway, there is no money under management because it's a stock. So there's a small commission when you buy it, but then you never have to pay anything in money under management after that. Let's see if we learned here. Get your answers in quick. And let's see how we did here. Nice. Okay, you got that right. Over time, over a long period of time, over 15, 20 years, then Buffett usually beats the S&P. But so that's why I invest in both of them. Okay, the S&P and Berkshire. All right, let's see our top dogs for the week. Here's the podium. Rosalinda, third place. Klutz, number 2. And the number 1 is, oh my gosh, it's Schwa. He's been going through these classes a lot, so I think he knows. And Applejoy and Rainey are the next 2 there. So congratulations, guys. All of you are winners if you're playing. Again, success and money. The goal is to have fun, to learn as fast as you can, to help each other to get the right answers, and go out and make a difference.